everyone. Let's talk about heart health today. Now, when we talk of heart health or heart diseases, the first thing or the most scary thing that comes to our mind is heart attack, right? And of late, we've been hearing a lot of heart attack cases across all age groups. So earlier, it was thought out to be elderly disease or elderly issue, but of late we've been seeing this across all age groups. Now, more than that, what today I want to emphasize on is the connection between winters and heart attack. If you would have noticed, there are more cases of heart attack that we get to see during winters. Now, is there actually a connection? Today in this video, I am going to be talking about the connection between winters and heart attack. I am also going to be talking about things that can prevent this and things that you should be avoiding and the foods that you should be consuming to prevent heart diseases. So please watch this video till the end and make sure that you share it with your family and friends, especially people who are witnessing extreme cold weather right now. So let's get to the main topic and talk about heart attack. Now, what happens when you have a heart attack is that the supply to the heart is not happening properly, and heart is not able to pump. Heart is under a lot of stress. Heart is an organ which has a primary job of pumping the blood, which is the clean, the oxygenated blood to the other organs. The moment your heart is under stress and it's not able to perform its job, we call it a heart attack. Heart attack, like I said, affects a lot of people and especially in winters. Now, what happens? The vessels, because it is very cold, they sort of squeeze, which in medical term we call it vasoconstriction. So when vasoconstriction happens, the blood supply, the blood flow is not as smooth as it would be otherwise, thereby causing a problem. Now, when vasoconstriction happens as a result of constriction, there is increased BP, which is high blood pressure. There is stress on the heart, and that leads to heart attack. Also, when this process is happening, brain sends some signals, which again increases your heart rate, puts more stress on the heart, and like I said, the BP also increases. Also, if you notice, especially in winters, there are more heart attacks being reported in the winters, in the early morning. So one needs to make sure that you're well clothed, that the temperature that is maintained is good enough to be able to sustain this extreme cold weather. People who need to be extremely careful about heart attacks are people who have diabetes, who have hypertension, who are overweight, and along with that, yes, since we've been hearing heart attack cases across the age group, so everybody in general also needs to be very careful. Now, while winter is the time where we see more heart attacks, it is also a time where people go on holidays, where people party, where people binge eat and binge drink. So there are a few things that I'm going to be talking about that needs to be maintained if we want our heart to be healthy. Now, number one on the list, very simple but again needs a reminder, is that you need to have multiple layer of clothing and the right kind of clothing. So you need to be well clothed, you need to cover yourself. About exercise, people do tend to sort of ignore their exercise because it's cold. So please don't avoid your exercise completely. Make sure that you follow your exercise regime. There are things that can be done indoors. So make sure that you maintain your exercise regime to be able to maintain a good, healthy heart. If you must go out to walk, then please avoid stepping out early morning, especially if you have any condition like diabetes or hypertension. Wait for sun to come out and then go. You could also go pre-lunch to be able to get maximum benefit and still not expose you towards any of the other complications. Third is alcohol. Now I get to hear that it's very cold and hence I'm consuming alcohol keeps me warm. Mind you, it does not really keep you warm per se, but it creates more complication. There are better things to keep you warm, which I'm going to be talking about. So once in a while, if you are drinking in moderation is okay, but don't over consume alcohol on the name of winters. Next is binge eating. Like I said, one, because when you drink alcohol, you tend to overeat with your starters, with your snacks, and not only that, because there's party season all around, you end up eating a lot of food with saturated fat, a lot of sweets. So you need to make sure that you maintain moderation in everything. Smoking, very, very important. Now, I've had people who've come back and told me that, I only smoke in winters. But mind you, that's the worst thing that you can do when we're talking of heart health. It spoils your lungs health, it spoils your heart health, and increases the probability of anyone getting a heart attack. So smoking should be a complete no-no. Next, drinking enough water. So what happens in winters is that we in general avoid water and the body gets dehydrated. So you need to make sure, and when your body is dehydrated, your blood can thicken and they can be clotting. So you need to make sure that you hydrate your body well. If it means that you want to consume warm water, is totally fine, but make sure that you consume a lot of water. Also, please make sure, please understand that post-COVID also there is a rise in heart attack numbers. So you need to also work on your immune system, and there are definitely foods that can help you take care of your immune system, and I am going to be talking about that just in a while. Few things before I move to food is, number one, check your blood pressure very, very regularly. If you are a diagnosed hypertensive patient, then make sure that you check your blood pressure more than the way you would check regularly. Number two, make sure that you go to your doctor for your regular visit, because there are times when doctors need to increase your dosage in winters to ensure that you don't have a heart attack. Also, like I said, prevent excessive drinking. It's very, very important. Now let's move to the foods. When I talk about food for heart health, I am going to be first talking about 5 functional foods that are extremely good for heart health, and then we will move on to a general sort of diet of foods that can really help your heart health. Number 1 is turmeric. You just cannot avoid turmeric. Anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. The active compound called curcumin is great for heart health. So you can you can use it. And especially if you have, like I said, if you have diabetes or hypertension, you may also want to introduce turmeric or curcumin supplement around this time of the year to make sure that you're getting the right amount. Right. The next on my list, otherwise of course feel free to consume it generally in natural form, like your kada, in your sabzis, in your milk, along with a pinch of black pepper. Next on the list is garlic. Very, very important. Now this prevents cells damage, it reduces your cholesterol, it reduces your blood pressure, and thereby protects your health. Third on the list is ginger. Anti-inflammatory, also known as cardioprotective food. So make sure that you consume ginger every day. So ginger can be part of your tea, can be part of your gravies. You can have just water boiled with ginger and consume it regularly. And yes, I forgot to mention how to consume garlic. While you consume garlic in your cooking, you could also early morning crush 2 cloves of garlic and just crush it and leave it for a while, about a minute, for this active compound allicin to get activated, and then just consume it. The next on our list is cinnamon. Now cinnamon, as all of us know, is a functional food, is a superfood. It reduces your blood pressure, reduces your triglyceride, reduces body fat, total cholesterol, and thereby protects your heart. In fact, a lot of studies have also proven cinnamon to be heart protective, to be a functional food when it comes to even weight loss or cholesterol reduction. Last on my list of functional food is amla. As all of us know, it is the most rich source of vitamin C. Not only that, but if you consume it regularly, it reduces your LDL. Now, LDL is something which is known as bad cholesterol. Now, once you reduce bad cholesterol, your heart is in a safer place. So make sure that you consume amla. And amla is one vitamin C food which can continue to preserve its vitamin C. So you can consume it in the form of chutney, in the form of achar. Just consume it, grate it and take an amla shot. You can prepare amla candies at home. So these are my 5 functional foods. Apart from that, I want you to consume leafy vegetable. 1, they're inexpensive. 2, they're in season. 3, most important, they're very rich in vitamin K along with vitamin C, which is very, very good for your heart health. Whole grains, they keep you warm. So make sure that you're not consuming a lot of refined products, because there would be, of course, insulin spike, which we don't want. So whole grains, and also things like bajra, things like jaggery, these have warming properties. So bajra is something that should be part of your diet if you are in extreme cold winters. Nuts and seeds, traditionally we would eat a lot of nuts and seeds laddus during winters. I remember my mom making alsi ke laddu for the family. There would be til ke laddu made. So traditionally this is how we protected ourselves. So you need to make sure that you're consuming a lot of nuts and seeds. If you eat eggs, that's a very good source. And please don't go more than 5 eggs per week, even though it's winters. And you could also consume lean meat. Now, if you have any more questions about heart health or any other food that you would like a clarification on, put them in the comment section and I will answer it back for you. Also, like I said, don't forget to share it with your family and friends. This can really save a lot of people. We'll talk again. Take care. Bye-bye.